The cyborg justice of Game Boy games. I don't know how loud this is going to be. We'll take a look. But I was looking at Electro Brain and I was like, what did Electro Brain do? Time of Darkness. One of disorder and chaos. Robot fighting is the most popular pastime and sport for financial manipulation. The evil lord Harkan has amassed an arsenal of warrior robots and seeks an empire of terror. Infamous for crime, the Baron has invested his fortune in the sport and is plotting to take the capital by winning the local tournaments. Harkan can consolidate his power and destroy all opposition. Now the Baron controls most of the robots and has bribed those remaining to ensure victory. Within the city lies the pieces of a super robot that create a virtually indestructible robot that could terrorize the city. A race to find it is about to begin, for he who has it will take the capital. The Guild, the city managers, have uncovered the plot. They risk being destroyed by the Baron's power. It's too late to stop the tournaments. Only a surprise outsider could change the situation. That outsider is you. It's like a dude in a toga. Just to give a sense of scale, by the way. Do I still have this maxed over here? Yeah, it could have been a naked dude with a white purse. Isn't it great music? Possibly the best music on Game Boy. No worries, Uncle Muscles. I figured it was a cat. We gotta listen to the whole song. Well, we'll start the game once the song loops. I think that's the loop point. Smartly, this game doesn't progress from the title screen. It just lets you listen to the music. He did so many games, Dana. He didn't do Draken. He didn't do like the SNES Draken, right? He did because Kemco did that. I think he did another different port of Draken. Using Moby Games to browse that guy's history is real weird because you'll see like, oh, he did the music for Turok 2, Seeds of Evil on Game Boy Color. One player. Easy, medium, hard. We're going to play on easy. because this game is fucking impossible. So, real quick, you start with box. You can downgrade to can and get 3 credits back. You start with pad legs. You can downgrade to just legs and get another couple credits back. And then you can use some of those credits to upgrade from 3 claws to smasher. This is the menu music, by the way. It gets less bizarre if you look at it and you actually like click through to where he's credited. He's credited on the handheld versions of all of those. All right, are you ready for the game? Here it is. The Baron knows you have just won the first fight of the tournament. Good. We've earned 2 credits. The price of an upgrade is 4 credits for 1 piece. Let's do another fight. Why not? You also have a bullet attack that sometimes works. But you don't want to use it ever. You never want to use that. You want to do mid attacks? Until the enemy's arms are gone. You know, maybe we could play all the way through this. It's a long game. It's not a short game. It's deceptively long. And we'll see why. We'll see why. We'll play through what I call one loop. Stand up. Please. No. Here we go. Well, he can't do anything now because his arms are broken. Once your arms are broken, you're unable to attack except by using your. Why is it making me duck? You cannot grind in this game. Got him. The Baron knows that you have just won the second fight of the tournament. I think we have enough to improve our other arm now. Oop, no, this arm. Yeah, there we go. Oh, man. Sometimes the controls stop working. I can't shoot now for some reason. Oh, right. I want to be... I don't think we'll run into it because I'm playing on easy. And I don't actually plan on getting to the later parts of the game. Oh, what do we got here from Chubo? Oh! I'll bring that up on screen once we win this fight. Fucking got him. Perfect music for Chubo's wonderful drawing. Jeffrey! A bee has stung my nutsack! Perfect music for this. Thank you, Chubo. What wonderful art. Incredible, wonderful art. Oh, you know what, though, Chubo? My advice for next time, make sure you draw overly detailed human foot soles. On any animal characters. That's my advice. Right. We've got 4 points, but it costs 5 points to upgrade now. That's okay. We don't need to upgrade right now. Let's fight again. The Baron knows. I can't attack right now for some reason. Okay, now we can. There's fortunately not that many Game Boy games, unless you included Game Boy Color. In which case, good luck getting through all that Euro shit. Just bonk him. So the key thing here is, you notice that we're basically doing a damage race every match to destroy their arms. Meanwhile, they're destroying our arms. And that's really all there is to it. We haven't hit it yet, and I don't reckon we will, but here's the great part of this game. If your arms get damaged, if any part of your robot gets damaged more than halfway, the Baron knows that you have just won the 4th fight of the tournament. If any one of your parts gets damaged more than halfway, it loses half of its health for starting the next round. So if you're at 51%, you go up to 100%. If you're at 49%, you go up to 50%. If you're at 2%, you go up to 50%, right? It also loses half of its value. So if your arms get damaged, you lose half of the value of your arms. In addition, each subsequently lower level of arm has lower resistance to damage. So you end up weaker with less money and less ability to make money. However, this part. This is the non-tournament part of the game. Where you're walking through the city. There's little tanks. Oh yeah, if you lose a match, or like if you lose half of the health of any of your stuff, you're basically soft locked. There's a score, but it doesn't matter. Fucker, he just shot me 3 times. Fuck. Walking Dead, I should say. Also, I like in this part how... Oh. Yep. Okay. So we lost half of the value of one of our arms. We'll get to see what happens. But yeah, now that we've broken his arms, he'll just try to avoid us. So then we have to spend however long. Like, they do this really obnoxious thing where they'll move up and around and just stand like above you. So you can't walk in. And they do this thing just to be annoying. Like, there's no way for the AI to harm me now. Ah ha ha! Could have used some armor. Ha ha! So like the movement is almost turn-based, and it's like it's really easy to like. There we go. Got him. The Baron knows that you have just found the legs of the super robot. The guild gives you 5 credits to improve your robot. Oh, I didn't actually get owned there. I had just enough left. You can't use the legs yet, by the way, because they're not... You can't use the legs because they're not... They're not usable until you create the whole super robot. That was just the Guardian, D. Just the Guardian. It's a decent game in the way that Cyborg Justice is a decent game, right? That, like, it's basically unfinished. It's a tech demo. I mean, it is finished, right? It has finishing touches, but it's mostly a tech demo of like, hey, what if we made a robot fighting game where you can upgrade your shit? And then they never ever touched anything or tuned anything or like made anything but good music. The graphics are pretty decent. But then you do this again, right? You do this exact same thing again for another there's 16 fights, I think. You have to do 16 regular fights and 4 boss stages. And it's just like oh, okay. And sometimes, like, weird shit happens, like the game just fucking stops responding. Like, technically, it's kind of a mess. But this is the part that kills it, is the AI that, like, plays keep away once you get rid of their arms. You know, I have a really good arcade stick that I hardly ever use. The Baron knows. The Baron knows. The fist, the punch, the 3 claws, the smasher, the hammer, the hacker, the cleaver, the power saw. And then there's body upgrades too, but like you literally never want to get the body or leg upgrades. See, like, just there, it just stopped responding for a second, except for the timer still counting down. Ideally, you want to, like, if you can corner the opponent in the top right, you can sometimes kind of stun lock them. But they can also input read. And, like, just avoid you. Which sucks, because it's like, oh, okay. There we go. That was a good rhythm. The Robot Master knows! And he's not even gonna try! So you take the Baron's 2/3 chance of winning at Metal Masters. I had that to my 75 chances. The numbers don't lie.
jabasted jabaited 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 jabasted.
Hazemaker, thank you for the 100 bits.
Jabaited jabasted jabaited jabasted
Jabasted jabated.
jabaited jabasted 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 jabasted.
We don't have enough for that upgrade. Jabasted. Thank you, Hazemaker, for the 100 Jabasted. Oh. You know, there's a couple of things here. Did you notice that the bullets from the tanks are backwards because they only have one bullet sprite for this level? Oh, you found the wolf pick. Excellent. $33. I thought it was way earlier than that. Shows how my memory works. I mean, never mind the fact that you're shooting a bullet with the casing on. Never mind that. It's fine. Oop. I'm holding down the attack button, by the way. You won't come in while I'm holding it down. You gotta... Oh, right. So that's the other thing that's funny is that, like, I love that my robot looks like... He looks like a little anime man wearing a hat. But I don't think that's the intention. I think that's accidental. Right, like I see a big anime face with eyes in the front, right? But I think it's supposed to be there's a little the part of the hat that looks like would be the logo. I think is supposed to be the, like, cockpit zone. This is what, like... Like, this should be a good game, but it's just spent, like... The majority of the game is spent maneuvering around these guys to, like... It's a great idea. The Baron knows you have just found the left arm of the super robot. I gotta go change the TTS voice. I mean, to be fair, it does play very awkwardly. Like, you know what? It feels like how, you know when they did that giant robot battle thing on Twitch? Remember that? And he won't approach. Unless I'm tapping. Remember when they did the giant robot thing on Twitch? And it was a disaster? Hey, Astral Vortex. Oh, he must be out of arms. Okay, now we gotta push him into the corner. Because it's on a grid, see, right? Like, that's the minimum amount I can move. And so in order, I can't walk forward. I can't walk forward and then up to attack him. I have to walk up and then forward. And when I do so, he'll move down. So I have to go up, forward, and he's already down. Okay. Once I get him cornered, I can generate him, though. Yeah, remember that, Kutan-kun? He knows I have finished the 9th fight of the tournament. Okay, now we can start upgrading other stuff, because we got max arms. For some reason, I can't shoot. I don't know why. I know. Well, the whole thing was like... Come on, come on, come on. Back, back, no. Corner. Is the corner... like... There it is. This was like... 3 years ago? It was before I moved at the end of 2019. So it was 3 or 4 years ago. Yeah, now we can upgrade. We can upgrade it. See, it's supposed to be like this vertical thing and then a RoboCop visor kind of deal, right? But it doesn't look like that. It looks like a little nose and 2 eyes, right? Like hold on a second. Let me show you what I'm seeing here. Add window capture. Did I put an MS Paint? Why do I have like 7 window captures? What are all these things? Those are probably not good at leaking memory. Oh, I don't want this one. This is the window capture that I actually use. Window capture. Add existing. Don't make it visible. Window capture 2. Why do I have one named window capture? No, this. Properties. MS Paint. There we go. All right. Yeah. Okay, so you see this, right?
They fought.
You see this. What I see, it's supposed to be like RoboCop visor up here. Oh, that's nice of them. That's nice of them. It's just supposed to be like that, right? But if like, look, if I go here, I think all I need to do is...
And Keela attacked him to subdue him.
If I could draw a straight line with a mouse. Right. I'm seeing... Oh, no. These are all, like, different colors. Because of analog noise. But you get the idea, right? Like... I'm seeing eyes there. I'm seeing that as eyes. Which, you know, I don't think that's what they meant. Anyway, we can move off of that body. We can move to this body. He's already got the, like, max upgrade body anyway.
And he was not dead. Who drew her sword and raised her shield to slay him.
There we go. Baron knows that you've just won the 11th fight of the tournament. You know what? We do have to play through this. Because I just remembered how stupid the fucking ending of this game is. There we go. Full robot. Right? We've got PLT legs, we've got 2 power saws, we got M safe. I think he might have damaged one of my chain swords. My power saws. Wasn't live at all. You don't say. It was so stupid. Like, the only way you could have... There's only 2 ways you could have... Oh, man, 2017. Holy shit. Even earlier than I thought. There's only 2 ways you could have... There's only 2 ways you could have giant robot combat and, like, not have it be boring. One of those ways is there, I should say there's only 2 ways you can have giant robot combat. Okay. We were safe. We didn't lose more than half. So, way number 1 is it's boring because the robots are piloted by humans and they're like overly safe and your focus is on like false spectacle. Oh, I'm going to do this thing, and there's an announcer sounding like they're way more excited about the event than the action on screen dictates. The other way is to have it be dangerous. Wrestling is more dangerous, though, right? Because in wrestling, they don't give a shit if the people hurt themselves to a certain degree. Because Vince McMahon is a fucking monster, right? So it's like they're giving the wrestlers all kinds of... Imagine what the WWF would be like without any drugs, right? That's what giant robot stuff is like, right? They're doing the version of WWF without any drugs, right? So the other way you do it is that it's dangerous and exciting. There's ways to deal with the danger, but there's a problem inherent to it. All right. Which is price, right? Say you have a giant robot that you've built that took you months to make. Right? Oh yeah, wrestling. Here's the thing. Wrestling is fake because they're not trying to hurt each other, but it's still tremendous feats of athleticism and shit, right? They're trying to make the biggest spectacle while hurting each other as little as possible, but God, like that shit is not safe. Yeah, athletic theater, right? Oh, almost got him. Extreme slapstick. So I keep... Got him. Oh, I found the right arm of the super robot, which is just a fucking comical bonk hammer. So the way you mitigate the danger, right? The way you mitigate the danger is you have the things remotely piloted, but you still have a problem, right? Say you spend 2 years working on this thing, right? Say you spend 2 years working on your robot, and you're like, all right, it finally works. It can stand up. It can do all this shit. Hell, if I'm going to let somebody bash the shit out of it and actually damage it, you know? Right? It's not like you can set a robot up in a weekend like it's some kind of demolition derby, you know? You can't get a junker for $100, set it up in a weekend, and go have fun. Got him. Baron knows that you have just won the 13th fight. So we're fully upgraded now. There's no upgrades for most of the rest of the game now. Although, you know what? You know what this game is good for? Teaching people how to play Golden Axe on the Sega Genesis.
My God, that's fantastic.
Antoine, thank you for the raid. We're playing the equivalent of Cyborg Justice on the Game Boy. Come on, dude. Fuck. There we go. It has some incredible music that only plays in one of the menus. This music. It's so good. Also, I gotta give this game kind of a pass. Hey, cute little Oshawott, welcome. Where are you playing today, by the way, Antoine? Because this game was made by basically 3 people, which is pretty fucking cool. Oh my! Isn't that the super hard one? Isn't that the super difficult one because it doesn't slow down? I remember renting Gradius 3 on the Super Nintendo, and, like, I liked it, but also, like, I would get up to the maze stage and then just stop playing. Fuck. There we go. We're close to the end of this. This game basically is 16 fights. The Baron knows that you have just won the 16th fight of the tournament. There's basically 16 fights and there's 20 fights. 2 of which have this sequence in front of them. Oh. I just noticed there's separate sprites for forward leg. That's pretty fucking impressive, actually. I hope we get Arcade Gradius on the Mister soon. UHW, we'll do that Digimag in just a minute. After we finish this game. Yeah, the bullet sprite, they didn't bother. But the walking, look at that. Oh, you got out of it. God, J52, I don't fucking know. I can't do that kind of shit. I'm like, just everybody fight everybody else, and then whoever has the highest number of wins is the winner. If there's a tied number of wins, then they fight each other. That's how I would do it. Is that a round robin? Yeah, I would do round robin. The Baron knows that you have just found the armor of the super robot. You are now able to assemble the super robot. Congratulations! You are the winner of the tournament. Yes, losing is game over. You have found all the pieces of the super robot, and you have thwarted the Baron's plans to construct a super robot that would terrorize the city super robot, allowing the Baron to take control of the capital. The crowd wishes to thank you for defending them from the imperialistic Baron and saving the city. Yeah? There we are. Yay! Oh. Boo. But you discovered that these pieces are only cheap imitations. The Baron managed to grab all the pieces long before you did. The guardians placed around the duplicate pieces were put there to throw you off of the track and help disguise the Baron's movements. The Baron says that he shouldn't have any trouble reducing you to a mound of rubble, and he is surprised that you managed to get as far as you did. Get ready for the ultimate fight. Cheap imitations. Guess what? Can't do shit without fucking arms, bro. The last piece of the Baron's army has been destroyed, and so has his plan for conquest. The Baron is gone, and peace once again returns to the Earthen Capital. The Earthen Capital. You are now the Metal Master, defender of Earth, and guardian of the guild. Congratulations. Your efforts will be rewarded, and your bravery and honor unequaled. That is, until another War Baron arises again. I thought for a second it said Warbarian, which is a cool title. So it's like 3 dudes, basically. Ricardo Fernandez, Ruben Gomez, and Alberto Gonzalez. Oh, and Pedro Milan. And Isidro Gilabert. The end. So yeah, for like a game made by basically 4 or 5 people, primarily 3 of them, pretty good. It's pretty good for that. It's just that it's like extremely light on content. They've got the like 3 torsos, 3 legs, and like 5 arms, plus the super robot, and that's it. And you just play the same match over and over and over again. The strategy never changes. Most of the time is spent chasing the enemy around and like walk forward a little, walk back a little, move up, move down, then bang them on the head repeatedly. Yeah. Optimal strategy is to just stand still and punch and let them walk into it. Be like, I'm just punching here. If you walk into it and your arms get torn off, that's your own fault.